Okay. Trying a new setup today. Things didn't always work out exactly how I want, so it took me a few minutes to get going. Let's see what time it is now. 12:27. So here it is, Saturday morning. It's 12:27 local time, and we're approaching the KC Org. And I'm struggling a little bit here because somehow the brightness got turned down on my phone. So I'm having trouble seeing the screen. So I see I have someone here in the chat with me. Looks like Louis Repetto. Hi. So here we are at the KC Org. Looks like they've been doing a little bit of car repair. KC Sciento parking lot of that gray car there. They've got it down off the blocks, so either they gave up or they fixed it. So let me get across the street in the shade. Should be more easily able to read the screen. Yep. So I did a video tour before I went live, and they've already activated Shade Tech. So who do we have? Hi, Ashley. So it's supposed to be sunny today. I don't know. Should have rechecked the weather before heading out. Looks a little bit overcast. Perhaps it will burn off later. There's the big staff member. I think he's Sea Org, because I've seen him here on weekdays too. This is Foundation Org, so Sea Org gets to cover both of them. Okay, so this being the weekend, they're not charging for parking. The meters are inactivated. So we see more cars parked out in front. That white car is the Sea Org car that we've seen before, with some quarter panel damage there, and missing the California tag on the front bumper to match the California tag on the rear bumper. Hello. Yeah, we got some people in the alley again. How are you today?
What are you filming?
What am I filming? Activities around the Scientology org here. You are a Scientologist, right?
Are you opposed to Scientology?
Yes, I am.
Well, you're not.
Pardon?
You're a nut.
I'm a nut because I'm opposed to Scientology. And you shouldn't talk to me. So I'm officially a nut because I'm opposed to Scientology. I've been a lot of good company, a lot of good SPTV company. Hi, Sandy. That car looks vaguely familiar. It's a more modern Mercedes, or is that an Audi? 5 ranks. Well, if it was a Sciento, they decided to park somewhere else to try to avoid the Sciento, or not avoid the SP. Got a helicopter flying overhead. So how's my audio? I'm trying a different microphone today. So nothing over here. Okay, so what time do we have now? 12:34. This is lunch hour here in the central time zone, so we'll just kind of observe traffic in and out. And after 1 o'clock, we'll assume any traffic in and out is coursework. Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, got to take care of work. That pays the bills. Pays the internet connection so you can watch YouTube TV. Yep, she's a Scientologist. Seen her here quite often. Hello. You don't want to say hello back. That could cost you thousands and thousands. Suck checking. So, Sandy Lee, too much fun on SPTV, huh? Lost track of the time. I'll certainly grab a bite to eat. I don't think too much will happen in the next half hour, but you can never tell. Looks like we have a sign to here crossing the street. And exiting Sciento. Hello. What does that mean? Yes. I guess I should have watched my camera aim. That guy just made his hand into a gun and mimed pulling the trigger. So, should I interpret that as a threat? Let's see, what do we have? 12:39. Walk across 18th Street here. Get a better idea of what's going on. Yep, here we go. My walk signal. And you can see the skyline of downtown Kansas City to the north of us. Yeah, we got a couple of scientists coming back from lunch. Look like Publix. Let's see. Still have scientists there, probably taking a cigarette break. So we'll cross back across 18th Street again. They're still doing something with the cars. Go ahead. Let's see. Playing around with the gimbal here. All right, 12:43. Hello. Yeah, thought I recognized her from the past. Question, is that org very busy? No, it is not. Just about like all orgs. On Thursday, I came in early, and I haven't done an accurate count, but we had fewer than 20 staff and fewer than 5 public come in. Well, somebody defiled L. Ron Hubbard's office by leaving some trash in the windowsill. But it wasn't me. To Sandy Lee, he filmed the audio location a week ago, and there was a 1-year-old or one old man about 80 years old. That was it. Yeah, there are a few more people here at the Kansas City org than that, but not hordes of more people. We came back in the afternoon. It's kind of harder to tell, but we did have a win. Z News had a win. when we were here Thursday. We were in the alley and this guy came in and asked where the Scientology parking lot was. We told him, and then she came around to the front of the building and she had a little talk with him. And the guy went back across the street and climbed in his car. And he was here for a Dianetics something or other. So I'm a little bit puzzled by that. They do offer on their website a Dianetics seminar, a 2-day Dianetics seminar on the weekends. But I was here early on a weekend and I did not see hordes of people that looked like they were public coming in to take it. So this was about just before 1:30, between 1 and 1:30 on Thursday afternoon. And this guy was here to find out about Scientology or find out about Dianetics. And these men got educated by Z News about Scientology. Well, Derek, hopefully you find more UFOs than Scientologists when you do your audits. Walking on past. That's good. Okay, what do we got? 12:49.
Wait.
So, Derek, which org are you planning to look for Scientologists and hopefully get UFOs? You're in Southwestern Ontario, not the Ontario org. Is that the same org that Aaron was at a month or so ago? I might put in a plug, Derek, when you have a YouTube channel set up. I want to contact Fluffer Squirrel and get it on the list so it will be published on sptv.space when you go live. And I would suggest that you also, when you set up your channel, make sure to prominently display your email address so that people who are wanting to audit can contact you and you can arrange a time to meet. Of course, I would recommend getting them to say Xenu just in case they're a plant. Have them say Xenu and recite the OT3 story. Xenus and the one about Xenu body thickness. And maybe the clear cognition. Okay, 12:53. Looks like we still have some kind of car maintenance going on. Science of parking lot. And we got a couple of people that came in. And right up here we have the camera. Wave at the camera. So Matt usually comes by around, I think, 12:30. I haven't seen him. Maybe he came earlier today. He might come earlier on the weekends. I don't know. I've seen him both during day org time and foundation org time. So what he might do is keep a roughly 8-hour shift and split his time between the two of them. Well, you kind of wonder. Let's see. Last Thursday, Xenus and I were here from about 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. in the morning, and he did not make an appearance. So you would have think he would have called, but that he would have been called. But maybe he's briefed them adequately. They did activate the shade tech, or actually we came in before they opened, so shade tech was supposedly activated. Okay. That car, I wonder if they're visiting the bar or the horde. So, I would say we have a little bit more public activity than I've seen on weekdays. Good. Going on past. So I have a feeling that little girl's going to go inside. Hopefully she's not involved in any auditing. I'll walk down to the alley and see how many scientists are hanging out there having a cigarette break. Now, when I'm here with the Z News, she does chalking of the sidewalk. I would help her out, but my knees aren't up to the task. And when she chalks here in the alley, for some reason we don't see any scientists in the alley having cigarette breaks. I wonder why that is. Okay, 1 o'clock straight up. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to find a spot that's not so windy. It's a little bit out of the way. Let's see how this works in twin. The personality test, dynamics, science, sleep. So, the sign is not intended for the Scientologist. If there's any reaction to it, it'll be to call me a nut. But maybe there'll be some raw meat stopping by that will see it. And we got some wind blowing in front of the building. So the downside of this, the upside of this shade is that it fits in my backpack easier than a poster board. The downside is that it doesn't hold up in the wind as well. So we may have to find some spots that are kind of out of the breeze. And when you're in a concrete canyon, just moving around the corner of a building, the wind speed can change drastically. And Martha is saying today is International Children's Protection Day, and kids cannot consent. So I think in that red car that pulled up in the parking lot is probably another Sciento. Yeah, I think I've seen her before. Hello? Show the sign to the traffic that comes by on the road. There's not too much pedestrian traffic coming in right now. Of course, if they start their activity at 1:30, they got plenty of time to get here. Yep, wind's picking up my sign. So I'm in the shade at the moment, but I believe solar noon is about 1:30 p.m. So there won't be too much shade on this side of the building by 1:30. Hopefully the wind will be kind to me and let me stand in front of the building. Hmm. Well, the breeze has dropped off at the moment. Otherwise, not seeing anything that looks like raw meat coming in. "21 minutes yet?" Okay. And that couple just walked past the door, so well, kind of boring out here, but that's not a bad thing. Let's see if I can move a few feet. Wait. It's not too bad right here. So we got 113. 17 minutes before the 1:30 class session starts. And I think that's not a helicopter. Noisy enough. Let's see, what do we got? Is that a fire vehicle? Oh, that's a police department. I think there's a fire station down the street, a few blocks. At least when we were here Thursday, we had a couple of fire trucks coming past from that direction. Be careful what I wish for. Trying to remember what I voiced wishing for. What I wish for is there to be no activity at this location. Yeah. Hello. Let's see, 1:18 p.m. 12 minutes before start of 1:30 sessions. Let's see what the wind is like out on the Grand Street side. Well, the shade is gone, as I expected. Let's see. Oh, I'm not really wishing for action. Wishing it was super quiet. Wish all the ideal orgs were sold to give some recompense to the victims. So we have a policeman there stopped at the light. He's not in the left turn lane. So it's 1:20, 10 minutes before the start of afternoon sessions. A little shuffling around. Get out of the wind. Well, there is some foot traffic, but they're not taking advantage of it. Now, this Grand Street here is the route that the Super Bowl parade, Super Bowl victory parade for the Chiefs occurred. Well, let's see. I think they won. They won this year, and then I think they won a different Super Bowl a few Super Bowls ago. And the Scientologists were out here passing out flyers, from what I understand. Now, next Friday we're at the edge of the Crossroads Arts District. And the first Friday, a few blocks west of here, they have space for artists to set up tables and whatnot and sell their art. I have a feeling that Scientology is out there trying to sell their propaganda. So we might come down next Friday and take a look and see what it looks like, depending on the weather. We have rain forecast for tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday. Scientologist walking up the street. And this, so we got 6 minutes for people to arrive for 1:30 courses. Studying our phone check. They've got that white Mercedes over there in the parking lot up on its blocks. So they must be doing some oil changes in the Sciento parking lot. Yep, they will be so happy to see me if I come out next Friday and they have a booth. And we got a strong south wind here. Let's see if it's go back in front of the org. See if it's any better here. Well, it's about the same amount of windiness, but at least when I point it towards the parking lot, it's pushing the sign against my body. Five more minutes. Don't see anybody. We'll take a walk past the front of the org. We still have the shade tech deployed. And of course they have the black curtain tech deployed. Sometimes they put way to happiness tech in this window right here, but not today. And nobody taking a smoke break in the alley. $1:27. 3 more minutes. Oh. That guy looks sort of like a saint too, but I guess he's crossing the street to either get where he's going or to try to throw me off the trail. Okay, this guy crossing the street, I think is a Sciento. He wheels his e-bike inside. And there comes Osabet. Different route. Usually he comes walking from north on Grand Street. There's Osamat. Only foot traffic I see at the moment. See, at the auto court, they did not have shades. Well, maybe they do by now. Just walk past the court. Let's see, what do we got? 129. That guy at first glance looks a little bit like Aaron Cairo. But if so, he's 2 time zones away from where he normally is. Okay, 131. Anyone arriving now is a little bit late. May stick around for a few more minutes to see if there's any stragglers. You're welcome, Sandy. Well, looking down the street, I don't see anyone pull into the parking lot or walking down the street. So anyone who isn't here by now is at least 5 minutes late. So I think I'm going to call it an end to this stream. And thank you very much for being with me. take a look at SPTV.space and see if there's someone else's live. We can support them. So have a good day.